Alright, I have a problem. I can get funded accounts, right? But I can't for the life of me get a fucking payout. I don't know what it is. I'm stupid. My psychology is ass, right? But I just can't get a payout. So I'm just recording this video and I'm just gonna upload it to keep myself accountable. And if you guys want to join in on the ride, give me some tips, anything you guys want, you know, subscribe and watch me fail, I guess. I don't know, whatever you guys want. But in all honesty, this is just for me to keep as a journal of sorts. But moving on from that, I got 5 accounts right now. Some in the red, some in the green. Took a trade today. Took a trade today. Got break even on the account due to prior losses. But I mean, I can just go over the trade I took today. Pretty simple trade I took today. So these are the levels that I have. I know it's kind of messy, but we have the order block, you know. We got the weekly gaps, all these weekly gaps, right? And what else do we have? That's about it, honestly. Daily FEG right here. And so when we moved in on the day, I really wanted this, by the way. I had this marked out as a simple 5-minute zone here with the liquidity sweep, but it was just too fast for me, honestly. I didn't get to the charts in time before that because I don't really like trading within this window. But recently NQ has, what I've noticed is that it just moves for the first 15 minutes. It finds the liquidity, it moves, and then nothing happens for like a while, right? It's like here, right? We first 15 minutes tap this, runs crazy, and then just stalls out like this. This entire price action right here is terrible. And then just random big ass move, terrible big ass move. And then it's like, what am I looking at here? Well, we are in lunch right now, so it's whatever. But yeah, okay, so the move. After this big move, right, I wanted to look honestly at this. Move this here. Whoa, what the fuck? Okay, I'll move that there. I'll tell you guys what that is later. We had this big move. I wanted to look at this order zone to pop price back up, which I could have done right here. But because this zone right here was only, let's see, it was only at the 50%, I didn't really trust it, right? I'd like to hit, at least these 3 zones right here on the Fibonacci. So could have waited for the constant encroachment of the monthly order block as well. Either way, I waited. It popped up, right? Popped up, kept going. I wanted to see one of these things hold, one of these gaps hold, right? So I wanted to see one of those gaps hold, but price just kept pushing up, so didn't get a chance to get into a continuation trade right here. Then we stalled out right here. I'm not sure what we stalled out on actually, but either way we stalled out, right? A big push down, and I marked out this zone right here, right? Because we pushed up, right, and this went into the fair value gap. We should have pushed up from this order block, or this ungained order block. We gained it here, right? That's fine. But then we didn't respect the constant encroachment. If we were gonna go higher, we're supposed to respect this constant encroachment of this order block, right? Let's see, like right here. I mean, it doesn't touch, but either way, we do respect the order, the gap, right? Like right here, this is the order block. We could, or the order zone, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. But you see how we respected it, and then big push up. So same thing here. If we were to respect this constant encroachment, I was looking for longs here, right? Because I did still want these to hold. I was looking for longs. Longs did not show up because of this close of the candle right here, right? So I expected this to go lower just a little bit. I'm a scalper, so I don't need that much. You know, I don't need to hold for that long. But the reason why I was so confident in going lower is because of this candle, as well as, which is where this part comes in, right? On the 30 minutes, this FEG, right, only got wicked through. So the FEGs that get wicked through like this, completely wicked through and no candle closure, heavy draws on liquidity, and that most likely where price will bounce. All right, let me see if I can find anything like that. Price action recently has been terrible. Like, what is this? But we can continue. Even here, maybe this is one. See this? Let's mark it out. Let's see if it's actually true. Yep. See how this is. Look, all three lined up, right? It's some strong ass liquidity, strong ass pull to it, right? All this. See, there's another one. This one failed, but I don't know. That's just what I've noticed, right? Are the wicked candles normally are a good draw on liquidity. Again, in my mind, strategy does not really matter as long as I'm able to understand it and make sense of it and be able to repeat it, right? That's where my psychology is at. But I can't get a fucking payout, so you know, who am I to really talk? Yeah, but either way, I wanted to see us hit here, right? Possibly into this order zone as well, right? I kind of wanted to see like a liquidity pop back up and then long from here, but we did not get that. Either way, I did want to short to the bottom because I only needed a couple of points. So as soon as this failed, right, there's so many ways to enter. You can use Fibonacci, right? Fibonacci. I use that, as well as a simple volume imbalance right here. So as soon as I saw this candle push up into the volume bounds, reject. I set another order here, stops at this high, right? And it was a simple target to these lows. Very simple trade. 1 to 1.76 RR, right? Could have gotten all the way here, honestly, to the what do you call it? To the order zone here, which did make it bounce. That would have been a 2 to 5.5. But I didn't want this 0.25 to hold, so I played it safe to just put it under here and then trailed. Either way, we did get a W on the day. That is the trade, right? Hopefully I will get another trade soon, but price action looks terrible, so I'll just chill here until I get another trade. If I don't get another trade, who the fuck knows? But yeah, I'm just trying to you know, get a payout. I've been doing this for fucking a year and some change, you know, so it's like I feel like I know how to trade. Right? I can read price action pretty well. I have a strategy. I have models that I use. It's a combination of everything, if I'm honest. But that's how I think trading should be. You know, you need to find ways and lenses that fit and answers the questions that you have in the market, right? And the way I trade, it makes so I understand everything in the market. That makes sense to me, so I know that it's not my strategy and it's my psychology that fucks up, right? It's like, I don't know what I do. When I'm going for my evaluations, right? It's like I always wait for that one perfect trade, because I know that one perfect trade will make me pass the account, right? So I just wait, and then as soon as I get the funded, my mind goes, ooh, let's test this out. Let's take a chance here, you know. It might not be high, but let's take a chance. And then I don't size down. I lose the trade, and then I try to make it all back, risking more RR than that I know that, you know, I can just get the quick, easy in and out trades. But I try to get these high RRs, and then the problem is sometimes I do hit those high RRs, and then my mind's like, oh, we can do it again, and then I just end up blowing the fucking account. So it's like, why can't I have that same mindset of, let's wait for that one trade, right? Let's wait for a good setup, not for one trade, because I do take multiple trades a day, but it's like, let's wait for that one setup that has a high chance. You don't have to like take chance on these stupid ass trades, right? Or these high RRs for whatever reason, just to take a loss. I don't know, it's ridiculous. Like, I need to be able to control my fucking emotions, bro. I don't know, it's just so dumb to me. I mean, this account right here, this account right here is getting up there. I think I need 2,600 to get a payout. And honestly, I know this might sound dumb, but as soon as I get to 2,600, I'm taking everything out, bro. I need to pay myself just so I know that I can pay myself and do this shit. Because my mental has not been there lately. This, I can still come back from this account. I've had this account for God knows how long. but I can still come back. These accounts, they were in the negative just by a little bit, but they're back. Still need to take another trade here. I also do the rotating accounts strategy. It's not a really strategy, but I rotate the accounts to, you know, spread out my drawdown, and I think that's helped me a lot. Because if I just copy trade everything, I lose once, and then all of a sudden all my accounts are blown. So, been there, done that. Don't want to do it again. So I will be rotating accounts. Speaking of rotating accounts, what account am I on? Am I on the one that just won? Yes. So I'll go to the next one. All right. Well, if there's a trade, there's a trade. If not, then I'm gonna just eat lunch or something. I don't know. It is lunch macro, so it's fine. We shall see. Oh, one last thing. I'm not, you ICT traders out there, I'm also, or I used to be, I literally use that. I use ICT, I use volume, I use PDRs, high time frame levels. It's like, I think a trading strategy for you should be, it should have a lens that makes sense for you, right? ICT helped me a lot in understanding mainly price action, but it never answered the questions that I really wanted, right? Which were, when does it move, right? At what specific points will the market move, right? That was never shown to me through ICT, or it didn't make any sense to me, right? I still have kill zones, right? I still have the macros, right? Where the market should move, but it never told me which one. Like, it's still like a 20-minute range is still a big range, you know. Every hour, it's still a big range. There's a lot of candles in that 20-minute hour, which makes it move, right? So that didn't help me. What helped me there was understanding volume, order zones, liquidity sweeps, right? A lot of ICT liquidity sweeps that I see in the very beginning were like, they never really showed, it never really showed the order zone on that made it push down, right? It was more like, oh, this is a higher time frame sweep. For example, let's just go with this, right? For example, here it's like, oh, this is a sweep, and then he shorts up here. I'm like, how the fuck do you short up here? You know, there's nothing that he doesn't, like, he doesn't show. See, even here, what is that, 80? Like, what helps me is I need to mark out this zone right here, right? Then it's like, okay, now we have the sweep inside the zone that hit the concert encroachment, right? Look at that, or almost respects the concert encroachment, right? And then we can short here. It just makes sense to me, right? So I had to learn order zones not from ICT. Like here, right? How is this a liquidity sweep right here, you know? And then I can't do the ones, oh, liquidity sweep, wait for the market structure change. Like, that's just, I like to bottom tick for some reason. That's just me. That's just who I am. So now I have to figure out something that helps me understand how to bottom tick shit. So it's like, oh, here's the order zone, right? Here's the liquidity, right? These two. I can bottom tick this, right? Bottom tick this. And honestly, I could take higher RRs, right? But I normally just go for either 1 to 2, 1 to 1.5 at least, right? Or 1 to 2. If I were in this trade, I would go all the way up until here, which is a 1 to 3. So it's pretty decent. Um, yeah, and then as well as understanding volume and how price moves, why price moves, has answered some of my other questions that I've had about the market, right? Um, it's like, why does accumulation occur? Um, the squeeze on the markets, right? Um, just that shit in general. The order flow stuff helps me understand. It gives me a lens to view the market in that answers some of my other questions. Um, Sounds like I'm waffling, but can't really have a clear, or I can't really speak clearly about it right now because it's like, I don't know, I'm kind of dumb. But right here, see, for example, I can look at here, right? We're in this chop, big expansion out, right? Big expansion out in this zone right here, right? The lowest volume would be right here, right? And then honestly, you can just take a trade from the lowest thing or the lows, right? And this trade would have worked. So this helps me understand, you know, expansion, what expansion really is, right? Because, and of course you can see it through ICT. Like nowadays, it's like, oh, we expanded out of the zone with FEGs, right? It has to be outside of the zone, and yeah, I get that, but volume helps me visualize it in a much clearer and better way than ICT did. So yeah, I think just going through all of the strategies helped me figure out something that uh you know helps me understand the market. I'm just waffling now. I'm gonna eat my food. If I see a trade that comes up, uh I'll take it. But if not, then this is the video. See, this is why I'm recording, because I just caught myself being bored and trying to justify a trade. Alright, we didn't reach up into here yet. We perfectly rejected off of this level, right? So now I'm just trying to justify a random ass trader, but it's like, look at this price action. It's not even good. There's no volume, right? So why am I trading it? Why am I trading it? I really want a trade right now though, so it's like, dude, I don't fucking know, man. But it just feels like a good trade. There's not even any like signs that we're actually going lower yet. You know. Besides, the only one confluence is if we do hold this level, we're most likely going down to this level. So that's my one confluence, right? Maybe I will take this trade, but just really lower the risk. It's like realistically, I want to break this, but if we break that, we're already down to this level, so there's nothing to trade to, you know? I see this zone obviously could be a potential bounce. Let's get back up to here. You know, if we get a good rejection, I might just take this. But definitely lowering the risk. Like, this to me is a good rejection. Realistically, I only need a 1 to 5. 1 to 1.5. Nothing special at all. I really want to reach into here though. Although this does look like it's rejecting. Strong. Volume delta, nothing really to show for it. So I think we're gonna fade lower now. Could sell here.
Order filled.
Good push. I just want these lows here. Not asking for much. Don't like the look of that. Hopefully this holds. If this doesn't hold, probably gonna take me out. That looks good. I'm going to break even. Plus some change. If this closes well, I'm adding 1 or 2. Did not close well. By closing well, I wanted it to...
Stop filled.
Yep. Closing well, I wanted it to close below this constant encroachment. Alright. See how this turns out. My style of trading too, I really like going break even as soon as possible. Like, break even just feels way better than you know, getting close to a target and then just, or moving into profit and then just taking a loss. See, that close means we're probably gonna go up from here. If we go up, what are we taking? See, now that I'm recording, I'm asking myself these questions, and if I don't know what we're doing, that means I shouldn't be trading. So it's good to recognize that and probably stop trading for today, or wait a couple hours until closer to macro, probably, or closer to this. Set a reminder. This is the main thing to look at right now, in my opinion. If we do hold here, and if we break this, low, then I'm probably looking to trade lower into here, possibly even into here. But for now, it looks like we're just ranging, so yep. If I don't take any more trades, I think it's a good place to stop. We're out of order zone here. Looking to see if we can. Okay. Looking to see if we can bounce from here. We're at the 0.75. So couldn't really find an entry here. Did want to see this go tap a little bit lower. Target this order block probably. Although I do think we're a bit overextended right now, so I do have to be careful about that. This would have been a good trade though if I was able to find an entry somewhere. I really wanted this to be a contract encroachment to be hit. I think next time we'll go a bit above contract encroachment because you know, sometimes contract encroachment doesn't really get hit as often as it does. I don't know what I'm saying. But yeah, okay. And also when I see this, like, sometimes I don't trust the hitting of the contract encroachment anymore. That's just me though. Alright, let's see this. 16. We're not gonna go with 16 contracts. Maybe we just go. How much am I risking here? 200. What does this order block look like? Yeah, I feel we're gonna go lower past this. Excuse me. I feel like we might go lower past this. Oh. Alright, let's see. Let's see it. If we hold above here, I'm in. If we don't, we're most likely going lower. Looks like we're going lower. Oh yeah, definitely going lower. I don't know. We'll see. That's kind of promising. If we go above this, I'm at enter. We go above and hold. Looks like we didn't, so I think we're most likely gonna start heading down. Most likely gonna start head lower. I'm probably look here for anything. Alright, probably gonna call it there. That's it for me. It's still a W day. Got one dub, so we'll go from there.